Hello, welcome to the Sideboard here at the StarCityGames.com Season 4 Invitational in Las Vegas. I'm Nick Miller alongside the Esper Professor, Shaheen Soorani. How you doing, sir?
Never been better.
Always good to have you in the Sideboard. Of course, you're not playing Esper today in Modern. We don't want to discount anything else, because...
Right. If I played non-Esper in 2 formats, I might have just heads exploding, you know, people that have been loyal and read my work and comment and work with me on getting the deck improved. They might just say, you know what, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
So we got to stay loyal a little bit, but we're trying to prove something in Modern today.
Enemy number 1, Blood Moon.
Yes. Yes.
Notably, in your deck this weekend.
Yes.
We have seen you lose to it in Legacy, seen you lose to it in Modern. Can't beat it, join them.
Exactly.
Right?
It's more, so it's 2-pronged. Can't beat it, join them, and also we're trying to prove a point.
As a reminder,
it's pretty much widely accepted now with the Star City folks, Brian, BBD, everyone in my inner circle, we all understand that Blood Moon is a virus for Modern. It promotes uninteractive gameplay. It wins on the spot for 3 mana as an enchantment, and Magic should be interactive, back and forth, and you have to try really hard to win in Magic. That's what it should be. If you look at the reasons why the DCI bans cards, one of the reasons is interactive gameplay. One is time that the cards take to use. That's why I've always been on the top getting rid of that in Legacy. So it's not just banning cards because they are broken. Not just banning cards because they're in every deck. Cards are also banned to promote gameplay. They banned Wild Nikado at the beginning because they thought that Wild Nikado was going to be an abusive card in the aggro world. You either play Nikado or get out, and that turned out not to be true. So they're right and they're wrong. But Blood Moon is a card that does not punish you for a greedy mana base. It punishes everyone for having 6-7 basics. We tested it. We drew opening hands of blue-white control with Colonnade, Seacrum Coast, Flooded Strand. You fetch your island, you Serum Visions, they Blood Moon you, you don't draw another basic for the game, you're dead.
Sure.
And it's not because of your greedy mana base, it's because you just drew the wrong side of your lands, and it shouldn't be that way. So we're going to play Blood Moon. I'm playing it as hopefully to put it on the radar a little bit more. I'm going to write a lot about it. I've been active on social media about it. It needs to go, and we're going to work to get rid of it.
You're on the forefront.
Yes, yes.
All right, now that the Blood Moon discussion is, taken care of, you're playing Blue-Red Delver.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, a deck we don't normally see you play. You're in the control spectrum. Of course, we saw you at the Grand Prix playing some land destruction in this format.
Yeah.
But you're a little, we've seen this deck before, back when Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time were around. Those are gone, but the shell is still the same. Delver of Secrets, Young Pyromancer, Snapcaster Mage, a billion cantrips and, counter spells and burn spells.
Yep.
Why are you playing Modern Blue-Red Delver this weekend?
Well, I think that this version of Blue-Red Delver is a little stronger than the other, not counting Treasure Cruise, of course, because this is more of a mono-blue Delver strategy. The only red cards are the 4-bolt, the 1-fork bolt, Young Pyromancer, and Blood Moon, and then a couple Electrolyze. So most of the deck is mono-blue, like my old days of mono-blue Wizards, which I loved. So this deck is, and actually plays similar to a control deck, of course, with early threats. I am bolting people. I am playing Delver of Secrets, so it's loose to call it control. But the reason why I'm playing it this weekend is because it has the blue power to disrupt combo decks, it has the blue power to gain card advantage through Snapcaster Mage and Jace Vryn's Prodigy, and it's got the red reach that you need in these type of decks. So I think it's a really good call for this weekend, and I've been playing it vigorously online. So I'm very, very happy with it. And of course, turn 3 with no skill involved, I just fetch my 3rd land with an island and play Blood Moon, and my opponents can't win.
Boom.
It beats them all.
Game over.
It beats mono red. It shuts off half their spells. They can't Helix you if they're still playing that. They can't Destructive Revelry after board. They can't cast an effective Searing Blaze. They can't cast Boros Charm or Tarkar's Command. It is good against so many things that it needs to be removed. And we together, Nick, you and I, will help to get this card out of here, okay?
We'll take it out.
Yeah.
You're spearheading it, though.
I'm going to try.
All right. Of course, you got Bolt and your Electrolyzes and those things, but you got a ton of counter spells. We've seen these decks kind of vary on how they want to build their counter spell base.
Yes.
But you have them all. Remand, Mana Leak, and Spell Snare, along with Gitaxian Probe and Serum Visions, cards we expect to see in this type of deck.
Yes.
But you want to disrupt everyone.
Yeah, and Spell Snare is fantastic. Mana Leak's an auto 4 of. Remand's great in these kind of decks. I think the more blue you play, the better you'll be in a more broken, abusive format. If this was standard or this was modern with more bannings, then more red would be better to deal with creatures. But the threats are not early little creatures. They're not noble hierarchs. They're going to be Primeval Titan and Summer Bloom and Deceiver Exarch with their combo. So you want to be able to play blue interactive spells away from the red interactive spells. And that's why I think a lot of people fail with Blue Red Delver in Modern, is because they're still focusing on playing like Burst Lightnings and having a lot of reach, where you should play more blue interactive spells so you beat the spectrum, the field.
Right.
There's only one bad matchup. It's mono red. Can't ever beat it. Play control can't beat it. Play aggro can't beat it. I'm not joining them though. I promise you now. That will not be a permanent place for me.
We see you edging over a little bit more here, making everyone have mountains. So.
Yeah, I still want to play Magic though. The Blood Moon is just the icing on the cake to hopefully get it out of here.
All right. Well, of course, moving to the sideboard, you got more Blood Moon. Why would you have enough of those?
I want all of them.
So you only want 2 in the main deck. Why do you want more in the board?
Just for Summer Bloom, for decks that actually, combo decks that use non-basic lands. So you want the 3rd one because you have to have it. It's not one of those, can cantrip, can do it here, can play it on 5. You need it on 3 against those decks because they can just get a lot of mana very quickly, so you need the 3rd Blood Moon.
All right. Now, this is the card you really like this weekend, Threads of Disloyalty. Blue, colorless in your Blood Moon deck, but you have a bunch of islands.
Oh yeah. I actually play only 3 Steam Vents, 1 Mountain, fetches, and islands, so 6 islands. So I'm always fetching islands, and it's pretty easy to cast. But Threads takes over every creature in the format that you're scared of. You're bringing against Merfolk, it takes all their guys. Jund takes all the threatening guys. Mono Red even, where you can go bolt your guy early, dispel your guy, steal your guy. Because stealing in Magic, we've learned stealing creatures in Magic is way better than killing them. It turns them into a win condition for you, and as well as puts them on the ropes, because they now have to draw another threat to continue to pressure you. So Threads is very good, and don't let the naysayers say, oh, Abrupt Decay. That's like the old Doomblade argument, or, oh, they'll just counter it.
Sure.
Yeah, but they're going to have to kill this and everything else in your deck too, so they're not going to always have Abrupt Decay.
Decks with a lot of burn spells don't often have counter spells, so I don't think you have to worry about it there, but
not too worried about
showing
it
up that matchup a little bit.
Yeah.
You have more counter spells, because why could you ever have enough? More Spell Snare, more to spell, Logic not. Only Delve spell in your deck this weekend. Right,
and I've been chanting from the rooftops that it's graveyard abuse if you don't have 1 Delve spell. After how broken we know Delve is, Logic on the deck is blue counterspell. You need 1 card that uses your Delve in order to have an effective use on all spectrums of your deck.
All right. Got a bunch of fetch lands, you're already going to be in good shape right there. Shatterstorm, Vandal Blast, dealing with artifacts, of course. Got to be able to beat Affinity somehow. Rending Volley and Magma Spray. Stuff to deal with other, I assume, Jaces and other Delvers.
Rending Volley is 3 of them in the board for twin decks. Your twin matchup is already very good because you're doing the same thing, except for you have pressure so early on them. And you're just able to reman their Exarch, Mana Leak in here, and they're doing the same thing to you, but they don't have a Delver. They don't have a Young Pyromancer. They don't have early threats like you do, so that's one of our best matchups. But with Rending Volley, it really shores up the Merfolk matchup, and it shores up the Deceiver matchup, and also any against the white-green deck, the Craig Wesco deck. Anything that Hate Bears. It also kills Restoration Angel, because this deck has a severe weakness to Restoration Angel because of it being 4 mana, and because it's a 3/4 that dodges your bolt. So Rending Volley is very good against them.
Okay, so you've been playing the deck a ton on Magic Online. Good results. What are your great matchups?
Great matchups are #1 twin decks. You're doing what they're doing, like I said, and you're able to interact with them with pressure on the board. The fair decks without Tarmogoyf are pretty easy. Even with Tarmogoyf's not bad. They need it on 2, and after board you have a 3rd Spell Snare and Threads, so you're really good against the fair decks. You're very, very good against any deck that just loses the Blood Moon right off the bat, regardless of dodging. But in Modern, we all know that all decks lose the Blood Moon, so that argument's a little bit loose. But the ones that really, really, really lose the Blood Moon, the ones that have many non-basic lands that all need to be in play doing things, Blood Moon matchups are the best ones.
All right, well, you got it here first. Blood Moon, it's the way you win. No Magic to be played here.
Yep. If you want really good, interactive, fun Magic, play some Blood Moons. It makes at least one person happy, right?
Yourself.
Yes.
Well, as Glenn Jones always says, there's a finite amount of fun to be had in Magic.
Right.
You're going to take all of it.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to have it all, but Blood Moon really deletes 99%. If you watch on camera, and this will be the last rant, I promise, when you have it on camera, and the Blood Moon player can't play spells, and the actual player receiving it can't play spells, you know there's a severe problem with the card, and it really needs to go. And I have that itch, I know it's going to be gone. Just like Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, I ranted about those. There's certain cards that just don't feel right in the format, and there's one of those cards that doesn't feel right.
All right. Well, I hope you're right on your prediction. Thanks for joining me here in the sideboard. Stay tuned to StarCityGames.com all weekend long for the action here in Las Vegas.